on shield mode. Siri bot here. I don't believe we have Siri bot. Hello. I can turn the mic way up. Could I? Or bring it closer. And shield mode is on. Sorry, but I will manually turn it off. Still not even sure if I'm actually live. But there's an ad coming up in a minute and 30 seconds, so. So yeah, OBS crashed, so Siri's not here yet. Document, welcome in. Thanks for the look. Oh, it looks like.
clipping on me. Oh, just on that channel because it's turned up really loud because I bumped the mixer. I forgot about it. That's why I'm going deaf in that ear. Okay. Now. Okay. We're still loud, though. sick. It's getting tired, obviously. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kevin ST. That was winding down, but I think it's continuing. Okay. Moving on to the next thing to start with. That's still on. I usually just pick a random preset and then mutate it. It's a Korga Triton EX Extreme from I think 2006. I've had it. I bought it new. It came with the Korg Legacy collection, which had this controller. I'm using it to control a soft synth called Surge, because I use Linux now. I'm not sure where this is going musically, but just change modes. Not hearing very much of that. Start someplace different. That sounds kind of interesting and mellow. Hello, did you hear about me?
about that.
Is that this one? Nope, that's not this one. No, it disappeared. Okay, why are we so... Okay. Got it. Okay, now we're messed up. Wait a minute. Is that even salvageable? Maybe. Sorry. No looper, so oops, that was loud. No looper, so yet. So I just gotta play stuff. I got arpeggiators. I got a dual arpeggiator on the Triton, and each one of these controllers has a built-in arpeggiator. None of them are on. This one can be on. Make that arpeggio more interesting. I got a pedal for that one, but it won't hold the arpeggiator. Nope, that doesn't do it. No, we're in the wrong mode again. Wrong key. Hello, Snorlax. Welcome in. Been a while since I've seen you. Just doing the usual improv noise.
Oh, it's gone all right. There's a little stress right now, but this helps me deal with it. I can barely hear that it only works really low. Only does really one pitch too. Oh, nothing. It's just a situation change. Nothing serious. Oh, by the way, I found the Try the Land Crab album. I put it up there on the Discord. From 1999 and 2000. It took a year and a half to write that thing. And produce, and because he did it all in the box back then. Kind of like now, but... It's kind of like the improv that I do, except I didn't have any of the stuff. I had SoundForge and Cakewalk. It was still called Cakewalk back then. Pro Audio. And Finale to do the string stuff. But the realizations weren't very good, so I had to replay them with my other synth, my KT88. I lost track of what I was doing. Needs more cowbell though. That did not sound good, but it was fun. I'm gonna change this because I am doing not going anywhere with it. Fade it out so it's not so abrupt. And we'll do another random one that I haven't done before. This is called the Compin' Man. It's probably jazz. Yep. Quickly ran its course. The sounds a little. Oh, now we're back to that same rhythm. Oh, we don't want that. Okay. Go away, go away. Okay, gotta make that work. The arpeggiator was on, but it worked. That's an angel. Welcome in. Just doing some improvised stuff. Kind of on-the-fly sound design and music composition at the same time. Whoa. Unexpected split. Let's get this back in there. I don't like the way that beat sounds. Can we do anything about it? Yes, we can, but I don't like it. Well, live shift. That split keeps getting me by surprise. Dark elephant, or element. It sounds interesting. I haven't tried this one yet. And it's not. But there's plenty to do with it. The entire album's on the Discord. No, not in that box. I forgot to put it on. That must have been you. Forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, that's number 5. I don't have a title for any of those. The album's called Try the Land Crab, though, and I was Shoebone back then. Or Try the Land Crab, I'm not really sure. I had just done a collab with a friend, and he was Tightwad, so it was Tightwad and Shoebone. And that album took a year and a half back then, because there weren't loops and sample libraries. You had to make them in SoundForge by finding something rhythmic and then cutting it up and then replacing the sounds and reversing them. And you'll notice if you listen to the tracks. Well, there are a lot of sounds that were made in the mid to late 90s that are in there, but it was really written and produced and really horribly mixed in 1999 and 2000, about a year and a half. Almost every day. Well, when I listen to it these days. I hear things and that needs to be a lot softer. Kind of lost track of what I'm doing, so I'm just going to go play some piano. It's easier for me to talk if I'm just kind of not really having to worry about creating a whatever thing. Thank you. I liked yours too. Was that the way the beats move against each other? Was that Euclidean? It's something I just learned about like a couple of weeks ago. So now I've been looking for it everywhere. That's the way I started. That's the way I still do it, kind of. No, back then, though, that was completely done by hand in an audio editor. I mean, the computer I had didn't have a good sound card to get sound into the computer. So what we had to do was use a Doctor sample for all the sounds and just make samples. With that, my old SM57, which is over there. Yeah, that's why it took a year and a half. And then I was kind of exhausted after that. Plus, my teaching had started taking off. I started getting a lot of students and didn't really have time for it, so I haven't really written anything significant since. I'm trying to come out of that, hopefully, soon. Well, we had a lot of it. We had Nails already, and we had, we at least had Pretty Hate Machine. I don't think Spiral had come out yet. We had Ministry, and, I think the second Zombie album had come out. And then there were bands like Coil, and, that were more of this chill synth kind of stuff. If this doesn't make any sense, it's because I'm not not paying attention to it. I'll actually play a tune here real quick. Actually, I'll mess around for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds more, and then play a tune after the ad. What got me into this music, electronic music, or just music in general? Electronic music kind of came about because oh, you mean the Euclidean? I think that's right. No, not EU. Euclidean rhythms. They're rhythms that split time up into even intervals and of different lengths, and they superimpose them on each other, so the beats have a feeling of movement against each other. Some of it's really, really cool. But if you do too many of them, it can get to sound really messy. Now all my old takes that have the arpeggiators all out of sync, I just say are Euclidean beats. Doing what? Oh. Just say it's Euclidean. No, once you get I've been indie all my life, and I've managed to get a house, but that's about it. I'm still saving up for a good pair of headphones, so, which I should have by the 9th or the 15th, maybe. And this stuff is built up over like 30 years, so. I've had these for probably 15 years. The thing is, my ears are like my dog's. I don't know if you saw earlier when my dog was up here. Check the VOD out. The Parpy dog was sitting up here with me, but her ears stick way up. She's got like real firm cartilage, and I guess I do too. Because, especially like if I start playing guitar, they're too small, and they tend to get into the shape of my ears, which pushes them back, and they end up falling over like this. The ATX 50s, or ATH X 50s, seem to be much bigger. I have big ears and a big head, so headphones are a problem. It was a little adjustment there that was left. These are full out. And I can feel that on the top of my head. I think the AT50X would be perfect though, especially since I've been living in them so much lately. The old Sonys, the great big ones, aren't as good anymore. You're free. Oh. By the way, verbal shout out, since my hands are busy, to Acid, Angel, and somebody else was in here. Hold on. Document can always. I'm not sure if he's affiliated fully yet or not. I know he's got everything, but the last time I saw him, he didn't have his hours yet, and Snorlax. But what Hira has said was right. Just make it, put it out there. They get better. I mean, not that I'm saying that it was in any way bad. But was that the first one that you've done? Because it was much better than my first. I'm glad nothing exists of that. That was made in school. Now, by the way, how I got into electronic music was we had a Korg M1 and a copy of Cakewalk 3.0, which was just a MIDI sequencer. And a group of us had started to make recording, or started to make music with the sequencer. And that year we did a Christmas album, and that got the attention of the people who give money to the music department, and they just started throwing money at us. I mean, we got a Mackie 1402, we got a Proteus Orchestral, we got just all this stuff over the course of a year. Bunch of software. I mean, there was a copy of Studio Vision, which ran $700 at the time, that nobody ever used, because we had Cakewalk Pro audio by then, which would do a whopping 8 tracks of audio on top of your 16 tracks of MIDI. Well, yeah, because it's old. I mean, it's been around absorbing stuff for a long time. I mean, not everything, just stuff that I get interested in. When I get interested in something, I do extreme deep dives, so. But then there's other stuff that I know absolutely nothing about. Excuse me. Need to refill this real quick. Be right back. Very quickly. Now that school is like a, well, it's got a full featured recording studio in it, and it's where you go for your engineering degree these days. A little community college they let me go into for some reason. I happened to get lucky, and my teacher was a composer. That's why there's all that composition stuff, because I wanted to be a composer at first. I did a lot of writing for orchestra, and then I kind of got a it was better than a job, because it made a lot of money, but as a copyist, now I'm a conventional, like, orchestral composer. It's one of the reasons I learned the piano, or I thought the piano was more important than the guitar for a composer. And then I got obsessed with it, and but I'd been kind of getting back into writing some stuff down. I've got some recital pieces that I wrote for kids, for my students, that I'd kind of like to, if not publish, just get out there for people to play who are still learning, or who may have small hands. They're all written for small hands. There's one. Oops. Why can I never remember my own music? Oh. There it is. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. started down here. Yeah. I was famous for always forgetting this piece every year. No. Oh. Totally forgot that chord. Okay, yeah. Might not remember this. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Even this part's easy. It might sound kind of hard, but it's just... I mean, your fingers fit so easily in that position that it just... And I can't... I said it was easy and then I can't play it. Okay. Let's see, we go to the... Let's see. And I'll just play the coda, because I got streamer brain. But I've only got a finale file of that. I need to redo it in MuseScore. Or actually, I don't even have the finale file of it. I just totally need to redo it in MuseScore and post it up on the Discord, along with some other stuff that I need to get into MuseScore. It actually sounds better when one of my students play it, so. Let's see if I can remember that part, though. That's kind of weird. Oh, no, I remember. That was it. Okay. Nope. Okay. I remember. And then that coda. Oops. That note right there. I'd like to end on that note, but everybody's like, where's the last note? Well, I like to keep, I mean, being educational is kind of part of what I do. Since I taught for 20 years, it's kind of hard to shake that instinct. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask. I am always happy to answer. Well, when you're actually composing, I think I only really think about theory to get started, and to when I'm just working out a complex harmony part, voice leading part, or when I want it to sound really conventional, like the string stuff that you heard earlier. That stuff is totally by the rules. An actual composer would say that's a composition assignment, which it kind of was. Not for school, it's just something I did for myself. I only dropped out of a 2-year school, so I never got to... I dropped out of both high school and college, by the way. If you were from here, you would have too. I didn't have any problems in school, aside from kind of being a bit rebellious, maybe. Just and questioning. My mom's got this cute story about a fire hydrant. I asked how it worked. I can barely remember it, but for weeks I kept, no, water does not go up. It rained yesterday. We lived on this hill, so the water would go down the hill. I mean, it's how did they get the water to go up? Still working on that one, even though I know that it's pressure because the water storage is up on the hill at a higher altitude. So, but then I got into, okay, well, then how does mass work? What is stuff? How does matter work? How do, H2O, what's that? What's electronegativity? What's a dipolar molecule? And, what about all this quantum stuff that keeps making my cables pass through each other? And somehow, after detangling everything, only a week ago, there's a dreadlock behind my setup already. Well, yeah, I wasn't diagnosed until 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. I was misdiagnosed with a whole lot of other stuff that kind of held me back for a while. It was that being blunt and wanting to know everything and calling the teachers out when they were wrong that got me in so much trouble in school. But I mean, I had I've had to learn to tame that in myself. Especially being a teacher. You want to be nurturing, at least in the beginning. Do you got space alien neurodivergency like me? There's no way I can be from here. I was into music at an early age too, and always had a head full of it. What got me into music, and I definitely remember this. This is definitely a real memory that I had. Uh, I think. Uh, I I went to this fountain light show when I was a kid. It was the '70s, so that was like a thing. Colored lights, hey, um, and fountains, and the music that was playing. I heard Music Box Dancer. I know because that tune stuck in my head until I found out the title of it, like 15 years later. And this Floyd Kramer kind of stuff. I think it was Last Dance, but it's fuzzy in my head exactly what it was. But this kind of, the kind of Slipknot style. The kind of. Where am I at? The kind of stuff. Starcastle? I don't think I've heard it. That's a common kind of country move there, though. It's just basically you play the fourth and the fifth of the chord, and then you slip up to the third. And you can do kind of a little trill. And I tend to overdo it when I do things. Especially when I'm trying to do an accompaniment for something. When I try to sing, which is horrible. So I usually don't. I'm a basso profundo and don't have any range up here that I can control. I'm way down here. But C2, it's right in the middle. I mean, yeah, well, actually, the house is my spaceship. This is the bridge. I can get down, let's see, when warmed up, let's see. Oh, so, yeah, the very bottom note of the piano. A little further, but it's not really a pitch. But I don't have much control. I tried doing, I don't know. I had speech therapy when I was a kid and everything, so I think I've got the vocal dyspraxia thing. Plus, sometimes when I'm talking, everything will just kind of degenerate into this sort of massive word salad, and yeah. But it made me pay attention to the way I talk, so that whenever I really need to use an authoritative voice, I can. Or I can do the ASMR thing. Get real close to the microphone. Do that. That's what happens to me when my mouth gets dry, which happens often. Looks like there's a commercial coming up in a minute, so I will noodle around and we can continue this conversation afterwards. I still haven't played an actual piece yet. Said I was going to do that. I used to talk really fast. That was one of the problems. I talk really fast and trip over my words. But when I became a teacher, it was like Pygmalion or My Fair Lady. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. That plane sucked. Plain. That was better. I don't have dyslexia, although there is a different left and right in the car than there is in every place else. I say at the piano sometimes, but really in the car. Because there's the same left and right at the piano. The piano is the... Not okay when... And we're back. We used to have catchy ads. I still remember some of the jingles from my childhood. There was one local one that was just awesome. Call Standard Improvement Company. It was a barbershop quartet at Westport 17100. There was someone local. I'm not sure who it was. It wasn't Frank. I was a copyist for Frank for a while. He used to do a lot of that. Bass, guitar. Let's see. You weren't here for the guitar, were you? I did a little guitar earlier. Not quite sure what to play. Never am. Not just the shred stuff, but yeah, it's a stretchy chord. Nope. I haven't played that in ages. I don't even know why I'm trying. It's 1:21 a.m. here, or I plug it in to my we pulled something out of time, or I pulled. What I like to do is find something like something like this. Now this is something that I do all the time, so if anyone's here and has heard this before, it happens to be the second, or the third preset, I should say. So Burn up. So, I don't usually do that, the wave sequencer, much anymore. Because I've already done it so many times on stream. But I usually, if I find something that works really well, that calls for some like ambient kind of guitar, I'll pull it out. The bass. Let's see. Oh, this is why. I don't know. It's why something. Okay, I'm working too hard to try to come up with a bass line, but you know, I can. I mean, I can fill in for bass if needed. I can play some. Ow! Pretty decent. Oh, back twinge. Yeah, I love playing the bass. I like getting really in the pocket. I just love the way it feels when you're in the pocket like that. Well, like before it got weird. And then there's the yoke. Got this for $5 from Equipment. It's a Rockville, but listen to this tone. I can't vouch for all Rockvilles. This is the only one I've heard. Needs to be tuned. Okay, no more torture with the auto-tune ukulele. But That I learned a couple of actual chords and mostly just improvise on that. Um, there's a banjo over there, but I need to set up the bridge and tune it. Acoustic guitar. Which, by the way, this mic right now is $50 on Amazon. And it makes this crappy guitar sound so acceptable. Ah, that's sloppy. I need to work on it. Yeah, well, the microphone accentuates the low and mids, the low mids, and it's not really honky sounding or nasally sounding, but it's perfect for my voice. It might be a little too low endy, but it's running through a mixer and I can cut it. Hello, where's the stand for this phone? I moved things again, so there's this thing. I forgot to breathe. And what can't I play? A whole lot of things. I can't sing. And I've got absolute pitch, which is weird. That's probably why I can't sing, because I can snooze that ad for 5 minutes. It won't be coming up for 4 minutes, though. I think it has something to do with the vocal dyspraxia speech therapy thing. I've been working on it, but who's Arthur Russell? And I've also... I'll have to check it out. Let me make a note and bookmark it so I don't forget. Excuse me. Charles Arthur Russell Jr., May 21st, 1951 to April 4th, 1992, is an American cellist, composer, producer, singer, and musician from Iowa. Fairly local. Yeah, interesting. I've never heard of him before. I'll definitely have to check him out. I bookmarked the Wikipedia page so I wouldn't forget. Well, now he's known. He's a known. To me, anyway. Actually, he's a heard of now. I like that, though. Unknown knowns. Just reminds me of a certain thing where we have known unknowns and unknown unknowns. To see it turned around like that's pretty cool. Unknown knowns. He's known. You just don't know it. Okay, just go back to some... Actually, we want to go to A35. And do the mellow piano. I was gonna play a piece. You gotta be kidding me. 1 minute? Snooze. I can do that. Where is it? There it is. I think. No! It was a mistake. And we're back. Okay. A piece that I really like to play is a Satie Nausean #1. There's actually a recording on the Discord. It's free to use. Okay. That was Nocien number 1 by Eric Satie. It was a very eclectic, interesting composer from the Impressionist era. Let me see. Here is the score. As you notice, it's got no time signature or bar lines. That's the kind of floaty rhythm that it's got. And if you try to quantize this piece, it would just be terrible. I've heard so many people play it just like. And I don't know, I guess that kind of works for some things, but I don't really like it. But these things in there, like very bright, ask. He puts these very odd things in. Duba, on the tip of the brain, or on the tip of the thought, on the tip of the tongue, kind of like you can't. Arm yourself with clairvoyance, little by little, and on the tip of the tongue. There, that's on the tip of the tongue, or on the tongue. That's on the edge of an idea, I guess. And there are all kinds of things in some of the other ones, like without arrogance. Open your head. Find my mouse pointer. There I am. I can help you. I need to learn MuseScore anyway. This finale is going to be dead in a couple of months, and I haven't been able to use it anyway because my very expensive 18N 20 out interface was obsoleted because the company stopped supporting it software wise, and it didn't have controls to use it without software. That's all theory really is just knowing how the proper way to write it down. It's usually not used. I usually don't use it very much when I'm just making stuff up, especially if it's more electronic. I might use it to keep everything kind of in the same key, so there's no... I mean, if it's something chill, we don't want any harsh dissonances. Like this. It's my favorite interval, the flat 9. That's some strong stuff there. Second favorite is the tritone. That one too? I like it, but it needs something to, like, or to make it work. There we go. Sharp 6, 7, major 7, flat 9. Or flat 6, I mean. Yeah, that would resolve probably the minor 9th. That's kind of, kind of a scary movie, sort of. I've been kind of getting into jazz lately, but I'm not good at it. But I'm trying to get my harmonic vocabulary more complex. I tend to noodle around in one key a lot. I call it pan-diatonicism, just it's a fancy way of saying white key music. I think jazz would be hard vocally. Well, just lots of dissonant notes to have to know how to hear. I wish I just had kind of a normal, like, singer or songwriter voice. Or Chris Cornell's voice. Yeah, I've been trying to build mine up and get it to do stuff over the last year. I'm not trained in voice either. The only thing I'm trained in is really piano and composition and theory. And that was only for like 4 years. There was 3 years I was enrolled at that college, and 1 year where after I got kicked out, they just let me hang around whenever, sometimes. It was usually when they had a new piece of gear that they needed to figure out. They let Braden hang around. They actually made him teach a class once. On the Kurzweil K2500, a sampler, which was a new thing at the time. Well, it's mostly by ear. I mean, even when you get to having learned to read and everything, when you get to college, they focus on training your ear. In fact, that's what music theory 1, 2, 3, and 4 are really pretty much all about. That and part writing, traditional common practice part writing, even though you do get to learn a little bit in theory 4, that's pretty cool. And as far as jazz theory goes, I'm completely self-taught because jazz theory is different. I mean, completely different. It's based sort of on the same principles. I mean, intervals and chords and melody and such, but it's a completely different. I mean, it's got chords that probably shouldn't go together, but they do. I mean, usually you can find a 2-5-1. See, like I say, trying to find a colorful note, but not very good at it yet. Sorry. I'm in the process of teaching myself jazz theory right now. I've been working on the fill, and I've always been able to improvise something that sounds like jazz, but it really doesn't follow any actual chord progression that's established. But like if I put a beat on. That's a little busy. That was the first time I used theory in this entire improvisation. E major 7, or E flat major 7. Can't really fade this out, so it's going to end abruptly. It's just stuff that I've picked up hanging around New Wave. They're a DJ. They do mid-century jazz, big band stuff. Big band. Just in case Rose happens to see them. A private joke. But yeah, that's just by ear stuff that I'm kind of, this sounds kind of jazzy, maybe. Okay, the ad will start in 3 minutes, but it's cut down to 30 seconds because I accidentally ran that one instead of paused it. Big band, BANN. It was because of an accident. It was. I came in there and waved hi, and immediately, you have been banned. Content restricted. And then I figured something went wrong. So as soon as it came back, I was like, it's Big Band, BAND, Rose. She wasn't quite ready for it. She felt bad, so now I have to tease her about it. Lovingly, of course. Sometimes you can just run up and down a scale like that if you have no idea. That's where theory comes in handy. It's when you're drawing a blank. I don't think Siri came back. I got disconnected. Well, actually, OBS crashed. And then I was in shield mode because Siri put me in shield mode. And didn't come back. I feel so rejected. Thanks for the follow. Giovanna. Oh, I made my follow goal. Thank you. Giovanna 5. Giovanna? Giovanna. Welcome in. Did I get the pronunciation? Excuse me. I need to get water. I'll be right back. And plus, there's an add-on. So. Yes, I did forget to mute the mic, and we had a Supreme Court moment. Am I frozen? Oh, free. Sorry, I thought one of those E's was a Z. Eh. First of all, I gotta make sure of something. Do you stream, Giovanna? No, I am not following you. I thought I did over at, Heroes. I was sure that I did. Over here is we have to. Sometimes I forget. I tend to follow everybody who's there. Shout out to Hira too. If you ever want to feel welcome, if you ever need to feel welcome. Plus, he has a really beautiful voice, and fight me. He does. I mean, Hira. Everybody else agrees with me, but he disagrees, so. That was a joke. I don't like to fight. Well, with my dog, but yeah. That's different. I forgot what. Oh, yeah, I was doing that little jazz thing before I had my little. Dehydration situation. Something real quick. Something not actually playing right now. I'm from the Midwest. I should have manners, but actually I do. I tend to ignore them for humorous effect, though, or just ironically go completely against them. Nah, I forgot what I was doing. I had something going. In fact, I still live in the Midwest. The same hometown. And you're welcome. I kind of like the way that feels as an ending. I'm going to go ahead and raid out. I'm usually on every weeknight around either 11 or midnight. And I just go until I can't make anything up anymore. I usually do improv. I'm working on some songs, and then I got some classical pieces also. I'll do one more. Is it that soft? What did I turn it down? Or have my ears gone? Okay, that was too sloppy. That was Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach. Solfeggiato is the name of the piece. This is his uncle, Johann. I didn't even tell you about the hand injury, which was why that last part was. I think I made it in time, but I impaled my hand on a pipe. Well, it was a brush with a handle. It was for cleaning the lime out of faucets, and it went like almost all the way through. And anyway, it severed the nerve, so this muscle atrophied, and it goes up and down, but it doesn't go side to side. So like during like these arpeggios, I have to find some way to just bring my whole hand over like that. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to take compliments, so I just say thank you, and it seems to work. But I heard all the mistakes. But thank you. I'm not going to be able to pull off the invention tonight, I know. See? Might be able to save it. Left hand kind of got out of sync there at the end. Bach is notorious for the ending of his sections being very difficult. You're like, I'm almost to the end with a lot of pieces. With Bach, it's like, oh, dude. Or to me, at least. I find his section endings, I should say, difficult. That piece I played, this one, by the way, Bach actually invented the way that we tune pianos and fixed pitch. Is that hard to say? Fixed pitch. No, it's not. instruments. It's called Equal Temperament, and that's called the Well-Tempered Clavier. It's 24 preludes and fugues in each major and minor key. And with everything tuned like perfectly so that like the intervals are pure, you can only play in one key. If you like move up this key, especially like a half step away, is going to be I mean, I can't demonstrate it because I don't have. Well, I guess I do have a just intonation pitch table, but I don't want to go digging for it right now. And what this book was, he wrote two of them. This was early, and he wrote another one later. This modulates through all the keys. Each piece does, to just show off the system. It's all 251s, which, if you don't know theory, probably doesn't make any sense, but 251 is sort of the foundation of music. And then it modulates and goes. Modulate means change key, and then it just kind of goes through a bunch of different keys. And cadence means in. Cadence is back on C. Yeah, if you've ever watched any jazz or in on YouTube, you've probably heard 251. 251s are the fundamental of jazz. They're just all over the place. Except when I play it, then it's just random notes that I try to make as coherent as possible. I'm trying to think more of it though. The only problem is I kind of lose the feel of it, but that's... I need to take this apart and clean that C sharp. That every time I hit that, it's just piercing. I've got another keyboard. If you look on the Discord under music tech nerd stuff that I've got apart, I'm repairing, or refurbishing, so that I'll have an 88 key controller to use when I do that one. I was thinking of doing some like makers and crafting streams to teach people how to repair stuff and solder, but I'm not quite sure how. In that room, in the schloffice, as I call it. It's a shop, lab, and office. It's technically not an office anymore, but there's still a printer there, so it still qualifies. I don't want to call it schlab. I don't like schlab, but schloffice, that's a good word. And by the way, if you're wondering what Slor's extravagators are, so am I. I'm wondering why those words, such great words, don't have definitions. I guess because I made them up. Oh, we got an ad starting in 3 minutes and 33 seconds, and it takes me a long time to find a right target, so we should start. Target. It's always weird saying that, but that's what everybody else says. Spirit music is on. He's been up for 5 hours though, so I don't know. Jay's on. Some VCV rack stuff, which I really need to learn. I've stopped actively avoiding learning it, and now I'm just procrastinating. Ooh, jazz. We're gonna rate jazz. She's been up 2 hours and 11 minutes. She doesn't really, and she only got 7 viewers. And I need a jazz hug. Jazz Simply Me. She's a singer. She does karaoke stuff, and she's got a great voice. And very, 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 very lovely, positive person. And are we? Well, and here we go. Okay. And